Okay, hello friends. Oh my gosh, I had to do this. I had to get ready fast because I saw the raid. Hello, just saying hi. How's it going, everybody? Alex, thank you so much for the raid. Funzy, hello. ODM. Super Switch, hello. Conan, hello. Crispy Senpai, hello. Master's Bedroom, hello. Kevin Does Care, hello. Weird thought I was following it. This happens to me actually all the time, where I think I'm following someone and then I'm not, apparently, but it happens. J Ritchie, hello. Sorry for the ads, by the way. Ewan, hello. Pudsy, hello. How are you doing? And yes, ads hitting. Sorry about that. I think they're gone now. Mute Pits, hello. Artifact in Motion. Quackom, hello. Conan, hola. DNA True Shot Official, hello. What are you doing? My partner's playing voice lines from Overwatch. I got the dog in me. Yeah. Dr. Killswitch, hello. How's it going? Good to see you all. Epsilon, hello. How goes it? Alright, so today is a fun build day. I haven't built something for, I don't know, has it been over a week now? Maybe? Yeah, it's been just about a week. We did the Class 65 last time. But today's a special build. I'm building what some people consider one of the older parents of custom mechanical keyboards, the OTD.kr. One of the first keyboards to have a brass weight. One of the first keyboards to also be inclined on the case instead of using feet to stand it up. But yes, old custom keyboard designed by a person named Eungsam in Korea. They hail from the old community, I guess, forum board called On the Desk, OTD.kr. Now pretty much defunct. Oh, sorry about the exclamation keyboard command. I thought that was updated, but for some reason this weird thing happens where I don't know if other people here do any streaming or not, but like sometimes you like update commands on the bot thingy and you like hit OK and it then doesn't update it. So let me get that updated right now. Diego, why do you send Alex BDSM clothes? Oh my god. Did Alex tell you guys about our shipment incident? It was crazy, bro. I sent them the Kardroya, the 8KB board from Canon Keys. And he got random clothes. Like, it was so weird. Also, artifacts in motion. This the IEM cable I'm using is from Heart Audio cables. HART, Heart. Box and wedge, innovate. Not a streamer, but a real acquaintance. Oh, tool that is supposed to work just doesn't work. Yeah, that's truly relevant. Let me get that updated though. Where's my command thingy? Exclamation keyboard should be Maybe I'll just copy it to a separate note thingy. So I'm typing on an 84 by Mary C. Works. This is currently built with ceramics black switches. Let me get the exact specs for that. 84 currently has MX blacks with 62-gram springs, with 205, 2-gram springs, and TX films mounted onto an aluminum full plate. And the keycaps are from this is G. This is keycaps are OG Cherry Wob and Jim K Black Modi. Okay. Updated that. And then let's just add it to my list here. Apparently didn't have it. Alright. It should work now. There you go. Sure, Diego. I swear. Fortunately, they found that AKB keyboard package. That was the craziest thing. I think the crazy thing is that they actually managed to find it and get it back to him, which was like, thank God. It could have been easily lost, but somehow they found it and they managed to deliver it to Alex, which, whew, yeah. Will Wand Oto says, what's your best recommended TKL in the market right now? Best TKL on the market. It kind of depends on what your budget is like, but I would say like probably like I feel like still like for the price point, top rec is Neo 80 is really up there. So it's a very good recommendation for the price. Some people have mentioned the Spider before. People mentioned, yeah, like you can get OEM stuff like a Philco. If they're still selling frogs, I'm saying frog. Yeah, frog pretty good as well. I have not tried the Spider TKL though, by the way, but I know that for the price point it was pretty good. Oh shit, to God, my ears never lie. Are those McLan mods? No, Jim K Black Modi. Where there are CLs, there will be putty. Yeah, this is my first CL build actually. So now he has extra BDSM clothes. Did he really say it like that? That's so funny. Spider seems good, but cost is going up. Oh, that's true. I think the tariff situation is still unresolved with that one, right? So I think that might be an issue. F18X V2. Oh, that's a good one. I actually don't know if is F18X in stock or do you just get it in the aftermarket these days. Let's see. The Viniki's out of stock. And it looks like, okay, well, Gion had a GB for it, but there were quite a few options and the price was really good. 315 for raw and 345 for anodized, so pretty good. Honestly, for a keyboard that heavy and with all that stuff, like 345 is pretty good. I imagine you have to purchase add-ons like a PCB and stuff because if I recall correctly, Korea doesn't allow you to sell PCBs with a kit, so that you have to like purchase it separately. So let's say like add-ons, like a PCB and plate puts you at like 400 and some. It's a little pricey. Diviniki's delivering GB units now. Oh, cool. Cool. The F1 is a solid board. The F18X V1 was great. The V2, I'm sure it's pretty nice. I tried the 722 as well, and it was really good. Is this a Repoger? No. It's ass. Have fun. Yeah. So so let me say, for the build today, we're actually going to be using a Mechlovin PCB. We're not going to be using the original PCB. I don't even have the original PCB with me. So let's get the stuff out here. So we have our switches. These are MX2A black with I think it was these springs. Gone springs 51.5 gram actuation. So about, let's say, like give or take 58 gram actuation. And then has switch stickers. And then we have our stabs here. These are cherry stabs with probably third-party wires and some shims. And then I have the PCB and plate here. So I had to prep the PCB. So this is the Mechlovin PCB, and so it has a fixed cable. So we just affixed the cable, and I put some Captain tape to just protect the joints there. But that's a Mechlovin PCB. This is 1.2 millimeters, so still on the thinner side. So 1.2 millimeters. So we'll use a regular 0.4 millimeter shim. And then got a couple plates here. Modern PCB, is that blasphemy? There's no blasphemy in having a build that works, right? And then we have our plate. Full alu plate. There's a half alu as well, but I was told full alu, so full alu it is. And then that's it. And then of course we have the case over here. So let's get the case out of here. So here's the board. Let's take it out of the bag. Put the bag aside for a second. All right. So this is the supposed gunmetal colored 356CL from Eungsam of OTD. This has the original plate on right now. We can't really use the original plate because there are slight differences between the original plate and aftermarket ones. And also, as you can see, the original plate has some heavy discoloration. You see how it's like turned almost like whitish in the middle. It's really interesting. But yeah, there's some fade over there. And so it has an internal brass weight, as you can see. And so yeah, this is the gunmetal. Very well known to have 2 different shades of gray for the case. This one actually surprisingly not as bad. The color difference, the color and texture difference is pretty apparent, but it's actually not that bad. But yeah, and as every modern custom should be, just kidding, I'm totally lying about that. I actually hate integrated cable, but it's integrated cable, so it has no USB port cut out. And then no bump on cutouts. So no bump on cutouts. So we have these massive square tall bump-ons that are yellowed and really tacked on there. They probably are not quite movable here. If I move them, or if I take them off, I'm sure there's gonna be a square of unfaded color over there. But you know. you know. But you know, it's still nice. It doesn't move on the desk, so it's pretty good. Stays on the desk as intended. So yeah, that's what the board looks like. And so I can see if maybe I can show it from this angle, but you know, kind of looks like that. Actually, if I line it up with the cable that's kind of like going here, it would look like that. But yeah, it's a nice gray color. It's like a nice light gray tone. But yes, Pudsey is dropping some lore bits over here. But yeah, there's like a prototype version that's like steel, carbon steel, blah blah blah. But the general case is that you'll find gunmetal colored 356CL and then black Anno 356CL. The black one is considered the rarer one usually. I actually like the gunmetal better. Black is cool, but it's, at the end of the day, it's just a black TKL. But that's just me. I also don't care as much about rarity. I think the gunmetal just looks nicer. Yeah. The OG PCBs for these are comparable to hand wiring. This is correct. The original Icon supporting PCBs are definitely kind of akin to a hand wired board. They're really just more. I feel like they're more like relays than PCBs, so to speak. just a lot of work to make them good to go. Are all vintage custom some shade of gray? There's like silver for some other boards too, so you'll see like other colors. Usually I would say like black, silver, and then some red, some gray like K-Max or titanium gray, for example. Any other custom pricier than this? Logo, probably. I mean, the black CL is probably the pricier one of the two. And I think the 356.2, which is basically the CL V2, is probably pricier. Yeah. So the 356CL, this is like the V1, and the V2 is a 0.2. And that one is usually considered to be pricier, I think. But anyway, there you have it. Komi 5e has 2 CLS. I'm not too surprised. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and test our PCB real quick, do the stabs, and get this build going. I'll put the case on this side, probably here. I'll put the case over here for now. Maybe I'll move things around over here. There, it's better. Pull this extension. G-Gon and Boot Mapper were both good. I like Boot Mapper. I'm not sure if I'm a huge fan of G-Gon, but it is. So the thing about Boot Mapper is that it was also cross compatible across different OSs. G-Gon only had a Windows installation, or technically standalone, not even installed. But yeah, G-Gon was like Windows only, I think, right? I don't. Oh yeah, did I plug this one in? I might have forgotten to plug this in. Okay, there we go. Okay, so switch hitter. O2D, however, yeah, O2D also kind of a hassle, right? Also Windows only. It had like localization issues where like older versions only worked if your locale was like in Korean proper. And like, you know, you couldn't like map like arrow keys, for example. Oh, I'm like touching something else. It's like shorting. There we go. Let's map to left control, I think. Yeah. Okay, I think the PCB is working, but I'm gonna just double check everything anyway because it never hurts to. Icon also didn't have individual remapping. Yeah, you had to flash the entire thing each time you had to remap anything, which is a major annoyance. Like if you break your controller when you're re-flashing everything, it's such a pain in the butt. Cause then you have to like ISP flash that thing again, like, you know, put the bootloader on there, and then do it all over again. Major pain in the butt if you don't have the tools that you need. I think that's the main issue with some of the older PCBs. It's like you break it and you're kind of screwed. Okay, so that's working. You need a donor board for the cable too. Oh yeah, that's right, because you have to have that like one controller, right, for the flashing too. Okay. So that's good. Let's go ahead and get our stabs here. The real place to leave LEDs off. The easiest way to leave LEDs off is to just not even have LED support. Maybe add it for like indicators, but that's it. I think that's actually something I do like about modern PCBs. To be quite frank with you, is how we have kind of ditched in-switch LEDs in general, because they're kind of a pain. I wish some folks open source their proprietary PCBs after like 5 years or something. Wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, although I think the important thing would be like whether, I think the determination for that would be whether people like actually went MIA kind of thing. Like, yeah, if they go MIA after a while because they're like not active anymore in that community or in that hobby or whatever, then, you know, it would be a nice gesture to kind of like leave their work behind in capable hands or something like that, you know. But yeah, I get it. I mean, it's life, you know. People move on from their hobbies and their things to do, and they have families and kids and whatever, so understandable, you know. Why are they smoking back then? I mean, I think they were just assuming that you would, you know, it was like a very in the moment thing where they made something that worked for that time and just stuck with it because they're like, well, you know, it's not like, they're not thinking of, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to do after sales support, because there's no after sales support to give when it's just a group of people that is fairly small and private. You're next, man. The little things from all over the place. Oh dear. Miago Poggers. Whoa, 9 Walker. Holy shit! Is that 5 years? 60 months. Holy shit. Damn, has it been that long? 5 years makes it. What is this? So you subbed in the when I came back around in the pandemic. Wow. That already feels so long ago. The big 6-0. Damn. CL was a pretty big. Yeah. It was a pretty GB. Yeah, it was like quite a few boards, right? That's true. Anything that's like in the 100 board range is pretty big for back then, in my opinion. Cause, you know, like Duck did that with like using Elton as a proxy too. So like they were pretty big buys to have 100 or more units. Elton was 14 for those early GBs. Yeah, this is like some early Zondat or like what's his name? Leandrin, right? Mechanisk. Leandrin was also hella young when they started. Zondad, Leandrin, they're all like super young when they started. I mean, let's talk about Pudsey here. Pudsey also started when he was like a baby. So yeah, you're not one to talk. we really don't want to be digging out some tactical knowledge about the past, do we, Mr. Pudsey? Please. Or do we want to be talking about oh god, there's so many names that you can bring up if you dig up the past like that. Vesper saying my goat. Vesper is great. Vesper, I've interacted with them once. They're super nice people in general. Still friends with him on Steam? Yeah. The old Skype or Steam ads, like, you know, like adding people and then like they just stay there on your list forever. I mean, Steam obviously has outlasted, but like, you know, Skype is dead now, for example. Had a ton of the Korean OGs on Skype. Yeah, back in the days. Skype only GBs. One to buy LZRE for retail. When you're at least 30 and look at your phone contacts, oh yeah, I have so many old contacts. Like, I'm sure half of them don't even like some of them like don't even like, they probably switch phone numbers and stuff. Yeah, it's hard to say. Vesper is the reason I'm into keyboards. When I was 14, I might talk to him all the time. Wait, really? Oh, that's pretty cool. So, okay, if you know Vesper well enough, tell me 2 color schemes that Vesper always advocated for. There's 2 specific ones that he was always like, I want that. One of them is like a set of colors, and one of them is just like a 2 color combo. Vesper saying trivia. Everyone on Geek Hack knew. Yeah, Unit 01 is one of them. Miami, he liked Miami a lot, but he also liked another, like a different color scheme a lot, specifically. Close, yeah. I mean, like, people will typically say Penumbra. I would say, like, he was also really well known for posting his CMYK, like CMY stuff. He really loved his 1800 with CMY. $1,800 goated layout. I think I like 1800 as the original 1800 layout. Like, not the CP. Compact is cool, but I actually like the original layout more. Like, just the slightly more spread out numpad, slightly longer board. I think that like extra space makes it look really nice with the indicators, especially. What's OG 1800? I was gonna check if I had one near me, but I don't have it on me. It's just look up G80 1800 cherry. Just look up that, and then you'll find it. And then maybe like go to like Google Images. One of the original Run 660s off his rack. Nice. I'm not huge on the 660, but like layout in general, but it's cool. When you can only get them on eBay, yeah, there was a time Leopold and Real Force stuff was kind of a pain to get right, so yeah. So when G80 1800 inspired keyboard from Diego, you know what I would do if I was tasked to do that? I would just run to Kin25, the person who runs TX keyboards, and just ask them to rerun TX 1800 V1. That's the board. That's it. Done. Done. 1800 board. Done. TX 1800 V1. Done. Nothing fancy. It has a pretty stiff plate, but no worries, it's fine. Do a collab with Blue Alert. It's okay. So I don't know why I just looped another wire when I have one here to put into the housing here. Alright. TX boards with plastic plates might be good. The brass really was not good on those. Yeah, I think they had aluminum plates too, right? And steel plates. Yeah, like softer plates in general were fine on the TX boards. I think otherwise they were like super stiff feeling. I have two now? Oh, the mirror. Oh, I see. I still have my mirror actually. I still have my mirror. I have a blue one. Any of them like the one Dale has? I actually hate that one. I'm sorry to say, but I hate that one. That's the previous one, the China one. The one Dale had was the one that whatever initially had. It's like a dark blue one with the really rounded corners. The Omira, with the corners that look like it's like rounded corners, but like it bit off the corner. It like doesn't have like the corner. It's like thin like this, and then like it's like chunky like this. It's really weird corners. Really dislike that one. Personally, I think it looks so ugly. Yeah, and the anode felt like sandpaper. There was that too. Check Discord PMs. Oh, cool. Oh, nice. Good old FC660C. Old school stuff. Nice. Serial number is sub 500 lit. I have a HHKB that the serial number is 1337. That's lit. Not lit. That's the last four of my phone number. Nice. I've been preaching mirror since 2016. 2016 is a little too early to preach it still, because it was still when the buy was not in completion. So it was, I mean, like it was getting there. It was getting there. They're trying to deliver it, right? But the whole Ninja Dog biz was a little difficult to handle at first. Cause you were like, I'm not sure if it's gonna be a scam like the original run. By whatever his name was, Dr. Hubble. Are Gone Springs normal spec or shorter? That's a good question. I'm actually not sure. Yeah, Dr. Hubble look how pretentious this mother father is. Dr. Hubble PhD. Couldn't just say Doctor something. Had to tack on the PhD on top. I don't do that myself. It's either one or the other. Length is 15 millimeters, so standard cherry length, right? 15. Well, he's not Dr. Hubble MD. That's fair, I guess. Oh, okay. Okay, I got it. I got it. Okay, I understand. My 300 BN is 63. Wow, that's super low. That's cool. Diego, what was the last board that you were super excited about? Like real excited? Oh, do you want me to show you? I mean, I literally just got it in the mail. I was excited for this color especially, but I'll be right back. I can show you. Yeah, it's a 2.1. Yeah, it's a 2.1. It's such a nice color. So I can't not show you. Oh, hi. Hi, Kiwi. He's just sitting over here. What are you doing? Just watching? John with a dodgy cloth. So many awesome colors, and I picked the best. Oh, what do you pick? Silver. Bet. I bet Nine Walker picked silver. I knew it. It is the best color, though, technically. I was excited for this color. This is the cyan sky blue. Yeah. And then I can show you from this angle. That's what this looks like. Has a polycarb badge on the back. Very cool. Showing the webcam for a sec. In the webcam, okay, fine. Webcam. Did that work? I can compare it to my face. I mean, yeah, so obviously there's a lot of glare from the lighting here because it's pretty bright. But yeah, I was excited to get this. JD for a scale. Yeah, anyway. So it was this. Oh yeah, I'll put it aside for now. Like the dude on Omegle with 15 cameras around the house. That sounds a little uncomfortable, to be quite frank with you. How much is that MSRP? It was MSRP for the 8.4, right? It was it like $650? Yeah, I think that was $650 plus shipping. Diego, what is a Eungsam? I have no idea. Actually, I mean, it literally is just what it sounds like. It's just a name or nickname. It's like, what is a cupo? What is a cupo? What's a cupo? What's a Mr. Cupo? What's a Mr. Cupo? Do we know? We don't. It's a mystery. It's the same. It's the same. Kupo is a bot? That's more believable. The dawn of AI has revealed the true nature of Mr. Kupo. Okay. Let me see. Did I miss anything? Let me know at your earliest convenience if my redemption is possible. Oh, I see, Funzy. Oh, I see. You want me to call my neighbor? Yes, I can call my neighbor. After all, they are a fan of gray. Is that a default DDS color or is it Pantone match? I have no idea, actually. Unfortunately, I'm not sure. The only board I truly regret missing was a Tiffany Blue E6. E6? Exclusive? The E6 V2? The 60%, right? The had like shorter plate specs. Yeah, I had one a long time ago. I had the cyan one on that one actually. Oh, actually let me dig up the photo. I'm pretty sure I have it somewhere around here among my keyboard photo stuff. E6 V2, right? Yeah, here. Let me see if I can put it on the screen here. Yeah, there. This one, right? Yeah, this one was pretty nice. Had a pretty nice color on it. Can you play Putzy.mp3? I need to find it to play it. Putzy, have you heard Putzy.mp3? It's a work of art. And I don't mean it in a bad way, okay? No, I have not. This is new to me. It might not be new to you, but let me find it, okay? Okay, where's Putzy MP3? How do I do okay, so where's my playback? Yeah, okay. Okay. Putzy.mp3. Okay. I think I got it. Where did I put the? Is it there? Okay. And then if I do all right, I think I got it. Wait, for real, Putzy hadn't heard this track yet? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna play this, okay? I'm gonna make it a little louder, okay? Okay. I'm gonna start it. I'm gonna make it a little louder, okay? relatively subtle most of the time. It is an absolute shame I missed this. Yeah. Nice. We're almost done. 10 more seconds. See? Work of art. We truly do live in a cruel world. And that was the best thing that Lewis made. It was made by Lewis, the designer of the 2000 mini board. Anyway, life imitates art. I would have recorded myself reading comments for this. Yeah, I mean, you know, I only found out because someone reposted it in my server one day, and I was like, that's so good. It's excerpts of your commentary, of your random comments on Keycaps. I hope you guys enjoyed it. There are many, arguably too many. I mean, yeah, out of which, how many are nice? Are just nice under in lowercase. Nice. One might pick one of these up. I don't know. It was kind of difficult. Yeah. That was good. I don't think I've opened Keycaps in months. I'm free. Wow. Definitely enough that it is rightly my biggest keyboard legacy. Not like a particularly boastful one, like that you can, you know, really talk about it and be like, oh yeah, that was great. It was your era of, what was it? Wanting to be one of the highest posters on Keycaps, and so you commented on random ICs and GBs or as just saying, nice. Man. Quote tweet. Nice. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Diego, do you think it's worth oiling Topper dome springs? Personally, I wouldn't do it. Just because kind of feel like it would, like, you know, I don't think anybody who has done it says it messes up their PCB or the EC capability of it, but just kind of feels icky because I feel like you can line them up fine under the domes without the oil, and you don't make your PCB messy. My favorite GH post is those where it's instead a picture of Putsy's post saying nice. Ah, yes. People here, I mean, obviously some people here still know TP4 tissue because TP4 tissue is still active on the off topic. But some people might not remember Giorgio. He was a character too. A bit of a negative Nancy. You know, I met TP4 once. Oh, cool. A real person. Was this like in one of the older meetups? My name is Giovanni Giorgio, but my friends call me Giorgio. Okay, I can't even do the... Should I start posting rants in weird fonts and colors? That guy's how you'd expect in person? Wait, really? Oh, that's fun. I mean, he's kind of a nerd. Like, he really does so much off-topic stuff, but like he's such a nerd. I miss Daft Punk, yeah. I'm definitely a little nostalgic when I listen to it. Just like, wow, they're good. I ran a meme contest on GH in like 2010, gave away keywords to the winners. Oh, wow, that's so long ago. That is so long ago. Okay, let's try these stabs and shims. Oops. Tangled up here. There's a guy from Japan who loves Philly and runs a Philly themed restaurant in Tokyo, so I guess he does like Philly cheesesteaks. He's currently in Philly doing a pop-up. He's in Philly doing a pop-up of a Philly themed restaurant in Tokyo. Oh, interesting. The wait time to get a cheesesteak from him is like 4 hours. Why not just go to literally any other cheesesteak place? But okay, cool. Very interesting. I love cheesesteaks though. So yummy. Why not just eat a Hot Pocket? Oh. Random Windows update sound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to go to his place so bad. Diego, how was Napa? Do you talk about it already? No, I didn't. It was good. I mean, I just went there to attend a, well, technically, a friend's wedding. It was in Napa Valley, so you know, flew to SF and drove up to the valley. It was nice. Didn't really do like, yeah, I was only there for the weekend, so I didn't really do much else other than going to the wedding and a few other places, like just like looking around the area, but didn't like really get to do like, you know, like a winery tour kind of thing. because those require reservations and stuff, and it's pretty expensive. It's like peak season right now, so it's like tons of people over there. But it was fun. Really good food, good wine. The wedding was at one of the wineries. Do you drink wine? Yeah, of course. Of course. They had some really good Chardonnay, really good Pinot Noir. Omelette au fromage. Yes, Kupo. Wait, I missed what you were saying, Oren. Speaking of cheesesteaks, Bradley Cooper is doing a Philly cheesesteak pop-up in the West Village right now. Oh, really? Okay. I've never waited, nor will I ever wait 4 hours for food. Also valid. I also would never, personally. Also, hi Matt. How are you? It's called Danny and Coops. I hear it's absolutely dank. Well, if the wait isn't too long, I would love to check it out. I have a firm 15-minute wait limit. Okay, 15 minutes kind of... 15 minutes is very, very little wait time. Oh. Do you go to the French Laundry? No, they don't get to go to French Laundry. But I've been to Napa before, so I've done a couple of winery tours before. It's really nice. Okay. Oh, these tabs installed with no issues. Good. I've been auto-modded. I shall approve it. Omelette au fromage, moite toilette. He's running the place with the people who run Angelo's. Arguably the best. Yeah, Angelo's is great. I've been to Angelo's. That's cool. Hey, glad I made it home in time to see some CL. Holy shit, Prox, you're back home late. Were you doing work, or like, I hope you're out doing something fun. Ah. Man, installing shims is such a pain sometimes. Not sometimes, all the time, every time. There we go. Fun stuff. Date night with the wife and then late night garden center. Plant buying. Spring is here. Oh, wow. Nice. Plant shopping. Sounds lovely. Hey dude. Oh, what's up, Mr. EPP? How are you doing? I can do a good 30. Yeah, I think an hour is probably where my limit is for waiting for anything, like food especially. I mean, an hour is like, I'm not too hungry and I can get distracted by, you know, yeah, sure, being on the phone or talking to people who are waiting with me or whatever. That's fine. I think that's kind of acceptable. But yeah, I think after the hour, it's kind of like, it's like should have really gone somewhere else, right? It's like, is it really worth it? And the answer is usually no, I think. But especially if you're like running hungry, then it really isn't worth waiting that long. She'll let your wife win a mini golf, you scumbag. Wow, Kupo, why are you so mean to me? It was fair, competitive play, okay? I was simply playing. We were both playing to win, but to be quite honest, we were also not very good ourselves. I actually forget what the actual number was over par, but we were a decently high number over par. Basically, I only won because she messed up on a couple of them. Like at the very beginning, and then she kind of caught up because she was just she just like got the hang of it. Not a pain compared to breaking in, spring swap, filming, and lubing MX blocks. Yeah, that is a pain though too. I cannot help but agree with that. Yo, who's bored? Friend of mine. Not mine. Not mine. I'm too poor for that. Or also just too stingy to pay that price tag. To be honest. When there's a lot out there to be enjoyed for much less. And yeah, it's is this a new all-stock OTD PCB? No, if it were a new all-stock OTD PCB, you would have the microcontroller over here, the big chunky one. Diego prefers HE switches. I have like tried like one ever. Are there large controllers that are actually good? No, because almost everything has just been miniaturized, right? And optimized after that. Like, I feel like by the time they got miniaturized, they're being optimized at the same time. So I don't really think there's many large controllers that are that good. They ran the optimizations at the same time as the miniaturization was happening. So I feel like the answer is no. Size equals quality? Yeah, I mean, at least in the semiconductor industry, yeah, it kind of is. Because in order to get it down to a certain size, they have to do all these things, right? No style anymore? I mean, you can run older, larger controllers in general. It's just, yeah, you do limit yourself with some things. I mean, the only reason I feel like we have the bigger ones is because it helps for like quick breadboarding, like quick like prototyping on a breadboard and then testing things to a fairly rudimentary level. Like, you know, it's a good test bench way of doing things, and I think every engineer every electrical engineer at least has to kind of know a little bit of that. I got the Yukika record in the other day. Oh, it's so good. Oh, nice. Okay. Nice and lightly lubed on these blacks. Not coiled cable? Yeah, not coiled cable. Some people prefer straight cables. But also, this one is like thinner. Some coiled cables are like really thick. It's a little easier to run these cables. Is this song from Gam Radio? No, I'm listening to this other playlist right now. Here, I can send you the link. Is this the Mechlovin 1.2? Yeah, this is the Mechlovin 1.2 with the shims for the stabs. Okay, I think that should be good enough to test stabs and go from there. So let's do that. Just test with Jim, okay? Okay, sounds pretty good. Maybe I'll add a teeny bit of lube on the backspace because I think it's a little under lube on the left side. Just using a syringe, just a tiny bit. Diego, one question: how do you tune your cherry clip-ins? I pretty much do the same as every other stab. The only thing is I'm a little bit more generous about the lube. So I think the key point with stabs is it's like the tip of the wire usually that, like, you know, cause so stab wires rotate like this, right? Like up, down, like this. So when it goes up, like when it's in the up position, so that's when the switch is, you know, propped up, right? Like before you press the actual keycap, it's like this, right? So you actually end up with a sharp edge. Yeah, you end up with a sharp edge at the very end of that wire, like right here. You end up with a very sharp edge, and that end actually causes ticking more often than not. So I apply lube on the two surfaces that are gonna pertain to that end of the wire. So number one will be the, you know, you can imagine like if this were like the, or actually, well, I don't have a separate stab here. But you know, actually, oh wait, I think I do. Yeah, here. So you know, like I will lube the insert, right? So the insert, yeah. So some people will sand that area because they wanna make it a smoother surface, just less likely to tick, like a sharper sound. Or even if it ticks, it's like it's less sharp. It's like dulled out, so it's not as like obvious when you have keycaps on and everything. Because the thing is, once you have keycaps on and stuff, it's not always nearly as obvious. It also depends on like, you know, how far you are from the board and that kind of stuff. But you know, I will always lube basically the interior part of the insert, right? So the internal part of the insert where the wire goes, more so towards where that, like, there's this, so like just like these tweezers, the insert sort of like bends, goes from straight and then kind of like bends up, I guess it's like this way, I guess, like the exit portion of the stab. So that curved area usually, and then a little towards the end, because that's where the wire is going to sit. So usually always lube the insert, and then the sides kind of optional. It depends on your preference. I usually go very light on the sides, like almost none. Some people don't do it at all, actually. Some people prefer completely dry for sides and on the inside of like the stab housings, right? Some people just go completely like no lube on that. But yeah, I think that internal part of the insert and then a little bit like a little bead of lube on the wire end usually helps a lot. That will help like with basic ticking. If you're finding like other kinds of rattle, like for example, if the wire, you know, that is supposed to be kind of like sitting like this is like kind of like shifting like this, then that's more of a clip issue. It's like the clip that's holding the wire is probably either too loose, or sometimes there's cases where one side is like tighter than the other. So you just want to make sure that like the clips kind of feel nice and even. You can normally tell when you clip it in, you kind of tell like how resistant it is. But yeah, I think those are usually, that's usually how I do it. And yeah, I always lube with 205. I lube TX with 205. I lube Cherry with 205. I lube, you know, Zeal, whatever, you know, everything with 205, and it works fine. Yeah. Clip-in versus screw-in stabs. The only thing I would watch out for screw-in stabs is over-tightening the screw. Never over-tighten the screw. Or when you over-tighten the screw, it basically brings the parts closer together by just a tiny bit, or if it's uneven on one side compared to the other, and then you have wire, like you'll feel the tightness on the wire as well. So if you see that the keycap is binding on one side, or like it's like kind of like seesawing like this, that also sometimes has to do with the screw-in stabs not being screwed on evenly. Oh, you hear Kiwi? Okay, Kiwi. Oh, what's up? What do you want? Yes, that is Kiwi. Kiwi, come here. He doesn't want to. He wants. Oh, do you think that's why? Because it's time to brush his teeth? It is my job to brush his teeth, I guess. It's scream o'clock. Kiwi, do you want to look at grandfather of keyboards? Do you care about keyboards at all, or are you gonna bite me? Let's see what happens. Oh, never mind. I think he's gonna get a little treat. Well, he lets you brush his teeth. Oh, okay. Hold on right there. Hold your horses. He does not normally let me do anything. But remember that time I was I had to leave Kiwi up in Canada, you know, at my partner's parents' place because you know, we were out for a vacation. Well, so happens to be that, you know, they basically take care of him so well, and they live in a, you know, you know, he was living the luxurious big home life, and he was, you know, being taken care of, right? He was being spoiled with great fresh food, and all these things, and so he learned to have his teeth brushed, and so he's like, he doesn't like it. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like it at all. But he's slightly more tolerant about it. Like, he'll let me hold him, you know, let me hold him by the mouth a little bit and like brush his teeth. But like, you know, he's just a little bit more tolerant about it. He won't like straight up reject it. I guess he can't go out and chew some grass to clean, huh? Yeah, he's too skittish for that too. Like, he doesn't just go out like, I mean, even if we like took him out, he would be too scared of people and like the surroundings. So he would not like that. As it is, anytime we have to go anywhere with him, like, and we take him in the carrier, he's super unhappy about it. He gets really stressed out. When the grandparents spoil the grandkid, yeah, basically. Oh, he calmed down. He just had some kibble. Also, oh, 9 Walker left to touch some grass. Okay, bye 9. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, I just bent one of the pins. Wow, he's still... Oh, kiwis. He also doesn't like anything on his face getting touched, but hopefully he gets used to it soon. I mean, yeah, you have to just kind of... At first, yeah, you're kind of forcing them to do something. I mean, they're just like little kids. They won't ever like it. You just kind of have to start them off with something, and then they get kind of used to it and go from there. Girlfriend bought Arm& Hammer tuna flavored toothpaste for him to try. Didn't know it had baking soda in it. What? Whoa. That is truly Arm & Hammer. We put it on a treat and he spit it out and he made the stankiest face. Oh, poor baby. I can show you which one we're using. This is his like toothbrush and toothpaste stuff. Give me a sec. It's like right here. We're using this one. Oratine enzymatic brushless oral care. And then this is the toothbrush we're using. It's a little easier. It's like the soft Chayu Pet soft version. Oh, I guess he's going crazy and playing now. Hi, Kiwi. that one pin to pin, I think. Okay. Nice and clean. Very good, very good. Okay. So now let's carefully put this over here. And let's solder this up. Got a few extra switches. All right, let's get that soldering iron heated up. Some solder ready. Oh, Kiwi. He was playing earlier. Now he's not. Alright. Solder it up. Oh my gosh, Kiwi. Hi. Yo, what's up? I think he wants to play. Yeah, he wants to play. Oh, his tail is big. Oh. Just play with him. You're building with the replacement PCB and plate? Yeah. Was there ever a board you looked at where because of one single feature it turned out absolute garbage? A single feature. A single feature that ruined the board, basically, right? Trying to think about that. You know, there's a board I actually don't like that much because of two things. It's a very popular and known to be expensive board, but if you know the Matrix Slab 8XV 2.0 OG, the original 8XV 2.0, there's two things I don't like about that board. Well, actually, well, it's really three, but I guess now two because you can get replacement PCBs, I suppose. But I don't like the fixed cable on it. The way it's like, the whole fixed cable shenanigans of that board just kind of suck. And number two, I actually don't really love the way like look-wise, I don't really like the way the machining on the brass weights, like on the little like accent weights in the back and stuff show. It just looks, I don't know, it just looks off to me. I just don't like it that much. Like, you know, like how you can appreciate some things because like in raw machined form. But for some reason, on that particular board, they kind of bother me seeing like the tool paths and the lines and then like the patina sort of form on it. I don't know what it is. I just don't like it that much. It's nice to admire, but it was like one of the things that it was like those two were some of the things that were for me was like, oh, I don't really want the board because of that. Yeah, it just looked, I don't know. It just didn't look good to me. That's all. But some people really love that board. Like some people are like, oh yeah, homage to OTD and it's OG Matrix Lab and it feels and sounds nice and all that, and I was like, okay, it's alright. But yeah, for the prices they used to command, and they still command, I guess, for some of them, it never felt justified. And it kind of really took away the charm for me. So I built a few and for some friends and stuff, and it was nice, but probably not enough for me to ever want one myself. So actually, when the 8XV 2.0 280D came out, which didn't have fixed cable, and I personally thought that the whole like the badge and the weights and stuff and the way it was done, it looked cleaner. I really like that one, so I actually got a 2.0 ADD, and much prefer it to the OG personally. Which board? 8XV 2.0 OG by Matrix. The anodizing colors of that board look nice though. But yeah, for whatever reason, the raw brass weights and the fixed cable stuff was like a deal breaker for me. But other things like features, like let's say like more functional things that ruin things for me. I mean, if I'm honest with you, one of the main reasons I did not want a 7V outside of, like, let's say like I still enjoyed 75% as much as I used to, but one big reason I didn't like the 7V was two reasons. Was the shiny stainless steel weight, which I thought was gonna be just a fingerprint magnet and a scratch city, and number two actually was the exploded arrow cluster. Like, there was like a layout thing, but for me I was like, I didn't want the exploded arrow cluster, but the 7V has it and I didn't like that, so that actually turned me away from the board too. So yeah, 7V is one of those boards that I thought was amazing to type on. It was great to build, great to type on, fun board, looks really good, but those two things like turned me away from it too. So yeah, there's probably a few other things here or there that have bothered me in the past about certain boards that I basically was like, I don't really want that board. But usually it's something related to the aesthetics, rather than the functionality thing. Like yeah, maybe it's like layout. If it, like, the layout itself is somewhat exotic or like different, then like there might be some things about the layout that I might be nitpicking. So yeah. Hello Sloth, how are you? Okay. Let's put these stoppers on. Wow, Kiwi's like full of energy right now. Alrighty, that's that. Okay. No HMX? Yeah, no HMX. I actually don't even think I have. I know. I guess I do have some HMX here and there, but I don't. Since I don't buy them. I don't, like, I was like, I don't even know if I have like a full batch of HMX around to use if I wanted to, but I think I do have some. If I look around, I'm sure I have like a bag or something of like 90 switches, but I'm not even sure which ones. HMX just don't sound good at all. I mean, well, I think the long poles have their charm in certain boards. In certain boards, they kind of sound pretty good, but HMX, yeah, do sound kind of very high pitched, and for some people that can be like kind of jarring or irritating. Which I guess for me that does apply. Like, I find them a little too loud for my own liking. Loud in the sense that I just don't like the way they sound as much. Alright, let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. Let's see, big screwdriver. Too plasticky? That's fair, yeah. That's probably right. Do you have ANSI Peacock? I do. There is the inner weight. Let's remove the original plate here. Look at that patina. Yeah, it's been touched and whatnot. A lot. Just exposed to the elements. Okay. That's the original plate. As you can see, it has a nice fade in the anodizing. It looks like they filed this part here because probably for the dip switches at some point. I wish I could fondle that. Just come visit. Come visit. Come visit. Just come to New York. Okay, so I believe I also think this came with an O-ring. Yeah, bro, I'm in Canada. Which part of Canada again? I mean, just Porter Airlines, bro. Porter Airlines. Just take the flight with Porter. Porter flies to Newark, I guess, pretty close by, and then you just take the, and then you just come to a city. All right, so we have a nice stiff O-ring. I'm not even sure what kind of stiffness this is, but I believe the original build guide recommends using this O-ring, right? The top mount O-ring tech. Do you know what board invented the O-ring mount? A lot of people attribute it to the 356 Mini. Every day I tell myself I should buy a red Mini. Do you want to? It's expensive, right? I actually don't even know what prices are like now, but you know. I do, but the wallet does not. Fair game. That's totally fair. Should be responsible, right? To some degree. sell one of those silly O-ring 60s? Yeah, actually though. Why don't you just do a swapperino, one in, one out? Okay. You know, for a board that's as old as this one, this actually has alignment pins, basically. You can see them. What's the aftermarket value of this board? Pretty high. I don't know what CLs go for these days. Do people here know? Is it like maybe like, I don't know, 6, 7, 8? I don't know. But yeah, this... Are minis the highest price? No, the highest price is definitely the 356 TKL series. 9K was the last one I saw. Damn, that's a lot of bands. But yeah, you can see there's some alignment here. 356.2 is the most expensive for sure. Yeah, I mean, well, at least as far as like the group buy boards go. So there's a small bit of alignment there. Pretty cool. What does a 0.2 mean? It means it's basically the V2 of the CL. It's basically this board's V2. Yeah. It's a designation for the V2 of the 356 CL. What is a DGE? DGE is Dark Gray Edition. Okay. But the DG is a bit different. It has cone feet. It's the for don't got enough cash money. It's a fair interpretation, to be fair. It's a reasonable interpretation. They do cost a lot, so okay, I'm just trying to line up the case pieces here as best as I can. Okay, I think that's probably about as good as it gets here. On the front. Back. Okay, I think that should be good. Which OTDs have you built? I've built, let me see. I've built, let me just go through the list. I've built a 456 GT. I built a 356 Mini. I've built, now I built the CL. I've built the 360 Corsa, except this was like offline a long time ago for someone local. I've built a 356 CL DGE, the dark gray edition. I've built technically the Koala. I guess it's an OTD, right? It was like in the same forum, but it was technically a different designer. I built the Koala. I've built the Cheat. And I think that's it. I have not built an N or an L. Or I have also not built a 0.2. Yeah, I think that's it. Is this a personal or a client build? This is a client build. This is for somebody else. Alright, there it is. About as good as it gets. Unfortunately, the case is not perfectly aligned because if you line up the... So right now the front is perfectly lined up and the right side is perfectly lined up. But that makes the back and the left slightly a little over. But I think that's just the way the case is machined. How's the anode quality on this board? Good for its age. But frankly, it's kind of pretty average. I mean, I can show you. I can show you what the anode looks like. So, for starters, it's called Gunmetal Gray, and it has a pretty obvious telling difference between the top and the bottom case colors. It's a mismatch. It's a feature, not a bug type of situation. And then you can sort of see. So this was sort of like what was characteristic on the DGE as well. But if you look kind of closely, you see a tiger stripe type of deal here. Right in the middle, there's a darker stripe than the rest of the case. There's a darker stripe that kind of runs around the entire border. That mismatch is done on purpose? No. They were just doing the best they could at the time. It's just mismatched because of their bath, like their anode bath. And then the bottom you can kind of see like there's like striation on the anodizing, right? Like it's grainy, and then you can sort of see some striation here and there. It's like kind of powdery feeling. So it's not the softest, but it's also not the roughest feel on this. It's kind of like how it sounds like. I mean, let me pause the music and you can kind of hear what it sounds like. This is like, my fingers are dry, but kind of like a little bit powdery, sandy texture. So not super soft, like not super smooth, but and you do see some imperfections here and there, right? So yeah, a little grainy. So yeah, it's like I would say, like, if I had to consider comparisons with other stuff out there, it's pretty average, like anodizing quality. It's not amazing. It's not the worst I've seen, but you wouldn't go in paying for a board that has like a history like this one and then expect amazing quality. Like, that's just not what it is. You kind of get it for the historical value. Also, Creatix Brit, hello, thank you for the raid once again. Thank you. Welcome, raiders. We are building a custom keyboard here again. This time, actually, this is I guess is one of the boards considered to be a historical relic in the custom mechanical keyboard community. This a keyboard designed by a Korean designer. This was made back in 2000 and 2000 and what was it? 2000 and what year was this? What year was the steel? Was it like 2009? I'm gonna think. I think it was like something like that, right? It was a while. 2009, 2010, maybe. So it's a pretty old board. Yeah, it has survived its years. And so it fetches a collector's value amount in in the community, and so these guys can go like over several thousands of dollars. Was the anno done in China or Korea? People say Korea, but frankly, there's no confirmed source that I know. I would say it could be either or. How do you ruin your keyboard? No, I did not ruin my keyboard. Oh, it looks like you dropped it. Anyway, repentant man, how are you? Okay, so that's that. What keycap set should we put on this? What keycap set should we put on this? SAW, WOB. Which one? Any gray sets? We could do NCR dye subs as well. That would probably look good on this because it's like a nice kind of warm grayish tone. Believe it or not, I'm calling for beige. Wow. Do you have DCS Honeywell? I actually do. Yeah, I actually do. Let's put a vote maybe. Evil Dolch? I don't have Evil Dolch, so sad I didn't buy. Okay, I will put keycap poll. NCR dye subs, DCS Honeywell, I'll put that on, and classic Arabic, I guess. Or actually, what, I saw a different suggestion here that was also fine. Yeah, okay, that's fine actually. Oh, the classic Arabic set is GMK, by the way, so it's ABS. Everything else is, oh, I guess DCS Honeywell is also ABS. Everything else is PVT. What keyboard am I typing on now? It's exclamation keyboard. It's the Mary C. 84. Work's been busy. Yeah, work's been real busy. I've had like really early mornings and like coming back. I've been coming back at a reasonable time, but I think the main reason I haven't also been streaming is also because I've been like feeling really tired after work. Is it like a busy season or is it just unusual? It like has spikes. Yeah. So like I'm an engineer and I do sort of like research adjacent work, so because it's research like related, it has spikes based on like scheduling studies or experiments, like certain projects that get like move forward, get these like spikes of activity. And so like this past month has been like I have had to do, like 2 weeks ago I did work off-site, like basically had to like do a day trip to an off-site facility to do work 2 days of the week, and then it was supposed to be again 2 days of the week last week, but that got like someone got sick, so we postponed it a week. So this week again I had to be off-site. So by off-site it's like I need to go into the office early, prep all the stuff, and then we need to like transport stuff, so we need to like get a rental car and drive out to a off-site facility and then do our thing, like do the work, and then come back to drop off equipment and materials and stuff. So it's like pretty tiring. It's pretty tiring because we have to like go back and forth on the same day, which is, you know, it's just kind of a hassle. All right, looks like the vote is 3,000 SAT. Okay, cool. I'll bring the set over. Be right back. Are you putting EPBT on this? No, it's cherry. Alright, be right back. Was old EPBT good? Somebody asked. I would say no, not really. The legends were kind of fuzzy. Yeah, there was like misalignment. No, I would say no. I don't know why people say that. I think EPBT is better now than it was ever before. Compatibility was an issue. There are like many issues. Okay. Do they still do the bar plus scoop homing? I don't remember actually. I think they recently their most recent EPBT 3000 SAT set I think was a bit different. But I think if you ask them to do the scoop bar, I think they still do it, right? What's the board you're taking them off of? It's Keycaps number 2. It's this one. Keycaps number 2. Funnily enough, this Keycaps number 2 also has MX blocks with stickers. Has there been SAT and CRP? Peacock is that one. CRP Peacock is basically a replica of the 3000 SAT set. Silver, blue, good. Yeah, indeed. I always wanted the number 2 TKL in this colorway, like silver and blue. So silver, blue, good. Back when they only were like, oh, contemporary red, and I was like, how about contemporary blue though? It will look so good. So this is actually a mix of ANSI, an ANSI cherry set with the ISO one, which is the one with the sub legends. Blue plate matches too, Huey. yeah, that was exactly what, you know. I was thinking of this set the whole time. I was like, yeah, that would look so good. Did he say he liked MX2A more than the first ones? I actually do really like MX2A. I think they're pretty convenient and they're pretty smooth. They're pretty nice. Whoever denies that MX2A are good, they're kind of tripping. Like if they say like they're not good, I don't know. They're pretty good. All right. Sorry. Let's move the camera a little bit. All right. Let's put some artisans on this, eh? Maybe this blue set. This guy. Let's see. Do you have that beige Frank readily available? The blue alert one? Yeah, I think I do. Well, let me just get it. Did I? Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, I also have the Dali as well. I also have this one, the Dali. The one I sold you? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do. Yep. Give me a sec. Let me get it real quick. That one? Right here. Oh. Diego, I won my first anatomy. Oh, do you get into the first come first serve? That's awesome. Not is the reddish one, not the lime green one? Oh, okay. Wow, this isn't the Anuia caps sit kind of high, huh? It's kind of tall. They must be sanded from the bottom. All right. Wow, look at these bump-ons, man. They make the board sit so high. It's like a whole, like, I can see like a whole third of a centimeter point, like I could see a few millimeters down here. Blue clack would be so good on this as an accent. It's hovering. Yeah, it's hovering like true typing posture. Do you want me to put up? Well, we can maybe move this cap. Maybe move the Frank. If you really want a blue clock as an accent, we can do that. We can do that. And then blue clock. I have one here. Here, I can put a slush blue. Trapped? Yeah, trapped. There we go. Oh. Not sure where my focal plane is. There we go. I think that's right. All right. All right. Let's try this out. Does Sifa know you have that slush blue, mister? Maybe, but also he has one. I if I recall correctly, I proxied Sifa's slush blue for him. All right. Let's try this out. Let me. Okay, this mic should be back. Okay, so let's see here. Did I miss anything here? People are talking about EPBT. We talked about work. Is that how you really pronounce it? Pronounce what? Sorry. And then let's see, blah blah blah, scoop bar stuff, CRP. I just bought 450 MX2A from Geon. Honestly, I like a lot. Yeah, they're great. They're fantastic. Are you able to use regular springs? Yeah, you can use regular springs. I don't remember who it was that said they prefer Hyperglide to MX2A. I think for the convenience of MX2A, I would just get MX2A. I wouldn't really bother otherwise. Anyway, Kupo, congrats on the anatomy. That's awesome. I was too slow for that form. Hinker, hello. How's it going? Truffled? Yes, that's the one. Is that Farlegs? Yeah, it's the one that Farleg had. All right. Let's get started. All right, so let's type on this. This is the legendary, the mythical OTD-356CL in gunmetal gray. This is currently built with a Mechlovin 1.2mm PCV and full aluminum plate. We have MX2A blacks with Lube with 205G0 and with switch stickers, and I believe 51.5 gram actuation gone springs, and we have cherry profile PVT keycaps. These are OG cherry caps, and I think that's it for the specs. So let's go. All right, it's going very burned out right now, very talky. Yeah, burned out. I hear it a lot. Hang in there, man. All right, here you go. What? Why did it do that? I must have pressed something weird. But anyway, that's how it sounds. This is why Grandpa Keyboard is Grandpa Keyboard for real. Alright. So, there it is. That sounds nice. It sounds pretty good. I do imagine the bump-ons here kind of putting it off from the board affect how it sounds too. Kind of, you get just the case. Not much from the desk. So there's that. And then if you compare it to like other sound tests out there, it's probably the same thing. Bump-ons will probably affect it because it doesn't have bump-on cutouts. So a lot of the board ends up touching the desk if you use bump-ons that are not too, they're like fairly shallow. That said, hefty board with an internal brass weight. All right, let's go through the mods. Pretty solid up arrow key. So these switches are definitely pretty lightly lubed. Pretty lightly lubed. You can definitely hear some of that MX Black scratch. Pretty nice sound. You know, pretty solid. As as it happens, obviously this board got the reputation and got not just out of the age, but also because it was a board that, at least in the Korean community, was considered, you know, very highly because it sounded and felt pretty nice. And so, you know, it certainly sounds and feels like a keyboard. As far as how the board actually feels, it's actually quite stiff. Like it's truly just top mount, and like it genuinely feels pretty stiff. You know, it's a full alu plate, and so it doesn't have that much give. It's not uncomfortably stiff, but it's still stiff. So yeah. So I can do one more typing test, this time properly, unlike last time. So we can try this one more time. Maybe this time I'll switch the camera over to this. Maybe you can see it this time from the top view. Okay. Here we go. So there it is. Made some mistakes, but yeah. Pretty nice. Very nice. It's what I expected it to be. It sounds good. It's a nice sounding board. I do notice it has some interesting proportion choices. The OTDs were known to have non-standard spacing, and it is quite noticeable in some areas. I can show a few to demonstrate that non-standard spacing truly is a bad decision, but nonetheless, it is a decision that we make. So one key part that's most noticeable is right here. Look at those gaps. Look at those gaps, brother. This gap is uneven compared to that gap. This gap is smaller than this gap. Things like that. There's like a few keys around here whose gap is ever so slightly thicker than the others. But I think the most noticeable gap is right here. Right here. And then yeah, so you do use so this cable is good for it, because we have this nice and thin sleeving for this cable. But first, if you choose to use like a coiled cable, sometimes it might raise some of the switches here because of the the pressure from basically the cable being compressed against the case. There's not too much clearance under there. This one is pretty good right now. You can actually, if I switch the camera over to this view, you can see that the keys actually sink in nicely to the line of the case. So pretty good. But yeah, overall, nice looking board. Pretty simple, you know, proportions wise. It's kind of, you get this sort of like somewhat more standard, thinner sides, thicker bezels on the top and bottom, fairly rounded corners, not too sharp actually. But yeah, and aesthetically speaking, it's rather simple, right? Like you also have no weight on the exterior, so completely bare on the back. Actually, it doesn't even have bump on cutouts, as I mentioned. So pretty bare bones in that regard. And yeah, so that's what the side profile looks like. I'll bring it up closer to the camera so you can see it with the keycaps in play. You can see some of the striations and discoloration of the anode. That's just like how it is. But you know, pretty nice looking side profile, pretty simple. Yeah. What's the typing angle? I'm genuinely not 100% sure. But I mean, I think like, I'm gonna guess this is like, I need to look at other things that I know the reference for. So this is the 84 right here, and it is steeper. It is less steep than that. So what is the 84 typing angle? Can someone check the 84 typing angle? It's like probably like a degree or a degree and a half less than that. I'll say no. I'll say almost 2 degrees less than that. Yeah, I think it's 8 on the 84. So I think this is 6 degrees. It's either 6 or like 6 and some, maybe even 7. But yeah. Otantaquatro is 7.8. That's very specific. Okay, so yeah, this is probably around 6 then. This is probably about 6 degrees, ballpark. Yeah. So not too high, typing angle wise. After my after my Instagram feed being Italian brain rot memes, 84 just makes me laugh for some reason. Or wait, am I supposed to say Meris 84? Arrivederci. 80, my beloved. Yes, yes, yes. Mi piace molto. Anyway, I'll stop. I remember someone clipped me the first 84 stream. Someone clipped me and I remember someone sent me a screenshot of someone in some other chat saying I was cringe. And I was like, wow. I mean, I get it, I am, but like, come on. Someone did, yeah. Someone said I was cringe. That was the comment. I was like, I mean, I know. Do you have to point out the obvious? I know I am kind of cringe, but like, come on, let the humor run itself. The clown show is right here. The clown is right here. You know, just let him do it. Yeah, you don't have to say it. Hola, new website soon. Oh, very nice. New website. Very fun, very fun. Hi, MX2A or HG for MX Blacks. Personally, I will say go MX2A. I think it's just easier. There are people who might argue Hyperglide. Okay, like, so one thing that people don't like about MX2A is that they might have like the lube, like the, you know, I mean, some of them they're the MX Blacks are the ones that come with no lube, or I don't know which one it was, but yeah, some of them do come completely dry, and some of them don't, right? I think, but even if they do though, it doesn't affect functionality as long as it doesn't like go inside of where, you know, like where the spring is held, but like the inside part has like a little hole. As long as the lube doesn't go in there, it's fine, I think. And then you can clean it off. What I personally do is I actually use that lube as spring lube. Essentially, I just like, you know, I still oil my springs normally, but then I just like whoop, place it there, no problem. You can only buy the unlubed ones as Gion. Oh, I see. What's up, Cole? How are you doing? But yeah, there it is. The 356CL. I can do it with like that. It's good. Shoshan. Very nice. And I can go ahead and show anything else that you guys might want to see about it though. So again, side profile. This shelf line just goes all the way to the back here. Ends about here, around here. What caps are on this? This is OG Cherry die subs. The ones that inspired the CRP Peacock set. Oh, sorry, my camera is like playing games over here. But yeah, these ones have like these blue front legends as well. I never get tired on winning here in America. Oh god. It's a nice board. Definitely too expensive of a premium to pay aftermarket, but nonetheless, it's an honor for me to be able to build it. First time to build one, so I can officially be like, yay, I built one. It's worth its GB price for sure. It's a nice board, but it's definitely you're definitely paying for the historical relic aspect of it. Someone should run a blue and beige set. Maybe call it Blue Alert. Great idea. I think before that, people would kill me if I ran anything else before I did Dolch again. People want Dolch again right now for whatever reason. I keep getting DMs. Hey bro, when are you running GMK Dolch R5 again? Is it going to be R10 or is it going to be R5 squared? So R25? R5 R2? R5 2? R5-2? I'm like, okay, I get it. I'll try to pitch it again. I did pitch it to a vendor before, but it was just not great timing. But you know, we'll see. I mean, now with the whole, I think the tariff situation is still in place, right? So it's like, yeah, I guess price will go up a bit, but we'll see if people are okay with that. Would GMK make front print like this set anymore? So this was made by Cherry, and this is dye sublimated PBT. GMK can make front print, but it's not, you can't do double shot or triple shot. They use ABS, right? So yeah, you can't, you wouldn't be able to do this specifically. They can do UV print, like front print stuff, just like Classic Beige, right? Like Classic Beige has those like green sub legends on the print screen and the pause or wait, is that yeah print screen, right? But yeah, doesn't matter. Tires will change every 12 hours. Factual. About the OG cherry PBT molds, people say that the cherry PBT molds went to BSP, and BSP made keycaps for a bit. They made blanks for a bit, and then but they, for some reason, they never made sets with space bars. So people would get the blanks up to the, you know, those banana shifts, and then they'll just source space bars from somewhere else. But yeah, BSP back then was supposed to be the one that had the molds. CRP is really the 9 out of 10 not so distant cousin in the way of OG Cherry stuff. Like, it's pretty good. The only thing that CRP is missing is recessed stems at the bottom. Yeah. Hey, who knows? If you were desperate enough, you could rig something to sand perfectly just the right amount from the bottom of the keycap for all your CRP keycaps. And then just shave off exactly 0.1 millimeters or whatever it is of your CRP stems. Boom. Recessed stems. Just kidding. Don't do that. Yeah. Saying this as if someone won't do it, I know. You never know, man. R6 Dolce will have alert row and R0? That's a tall order, my friend. Alert row? Come on. Please. It's also called a stripe, by the way. Actually. Who was it? Who was it who said this? I need to find that comment again. Oh wait, I didn't plug this in. Was it here? Was it on the IC? I forget. Anyway, I forgot. So I remember someone commented about the whole stripe thing. I sanded down the Creative 1.75U black blank shift to match the recess on my OG palm. Oh, you did? Oh, that's nice. How much do you have to shave off? Do you know? Do you just kind of like eyeball it? That's true. Dolce Alert is not the worst idea. It's okay. Half teal, half red. Oh god. How does this sound compared to 456 Giggle? My 456 is built really differently though. It has like RO59 lubed MX blocks, so it sounds completely different. The 456 sounds like completely dry. I can bring it. If you want to see also the difference in like typing angle, it's like abysmally different. So okay, let me bring it. I'm back. So the 456 is like this. As you can see, I removed some modifiers here. Kiwi fur as it goes, and as you can see, I had to take off some of the mods here, but look how steep it looks compared to the other board. It's like crazy. I should borrow some mods from somewhere else, but I don't know. Where did I put them? But yeah, they sound completely different, like, right? Like, this is what this one sounds like. Oh, stop the music, right? So kind of drier sounding because of that. If you want to like compare, that's the typing angle of this board. Did I unplug this yet? Fixed cable shenanigans, always so. But yeah, like look at the thickness of that thing. Thick. Honda Civic versus a lifted truck. Yeah. So yeah, it's like that. There, I think that's the closest I can get to it being a bit level. Wait, hold on. Bring it closer to this level here. There you go. What's the angle in the CL? It's probably, we were surmising it's around 6 degrees. And the OTD 456 GT is probably around 11. That keyboard is definitely compensating. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So this one's different. This one has external keyboard weights, brass weights. They're, as you can see, very chunky. They came with this wrapping, whatever. So I just decided to not remove it. I'm sure if I remove it, it'll also have like marks on the anode anyway, so I figured just leave it alone. But yeah, they're like sealed to keep it from no patina, so it looks pretty different. It doesn't look pretty though. Like it's not like the prettiest thing here. Like they had to like cut a corner randomly, and they're like playing games over here. It's like some Tetris shit over here, but you know, as good as it gets. I'm sure I could take it all off and redo it, but you know, I don't want to bother, so I just left it alone. You have no way more restraint than me. I would have ripped that off when I got it. I was actually about to, and then a friend was like, "Just leave it alone," and I was like, "Okay." So I just left it alone for now. I think I probably will at some point take it all off, and then maybe I'll put new ones. I don't know, but maybe I'll actually just take it off. You know what? Should we just take it off, chat? It looks kind of ugly, doesn't it? Take it off says coal, but I'm afraid coal means something different. So I'm scared. Remove everything. Your shirt, not the thingy. See. Yeah. Okay. I think I promised Funzy a typing test. So I'll do one more typing test. I'll be right back. Hello. Oh, hi Ankit. Hello. Okay, I'm back. All right. Oh, I have to plug this back in. Fix cable shenanigans. Okay. Alright. One last one for the night. Alright. Here it is. Here we go. MX Blacks on full alu, Mechlovin 1.2mm PCV, and OG Cherry die subs. Here we go. Oops. Whew, it's hot. Okay. Now some Broadway costume change. Well, as you can see, I do live in the city, so I'm familiar with their tricks. Take it off then? Ooh, okay, I shall. It's so warm. Oh my god. This is... okay. Whew. That's better. Okay. Here are the mods. One more time. Oh, there it is. There it is. 356CL. Very nice. Okay. Whew. It's too warm. Way too warm. Okay. All right. So I guess that's pretty much all I have for the build and for tonight. It's been a bit now. If you guys have any other questions or anything else. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We can go and shoot over a raid to whomever else might be streaming. Let me actually check. Let's see. Is it warmer in New York City yet? Yeah, it's been warm. It's been like 25 Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. I forget. It's like 80s, I guess. In the afternoon. Although this weekend, I think it's slated to be a bit rainy. Yeah. Oh, I see. Patty is currently streaming. Kim is doing a Neo Ergo. Yeah. Can shoot over a raid to Patty. Hope to visit y'all in the city again this year. Prage, yeah, do visit. Visit. Thanks for the tease. I expect more later. Oh, next month. You coming to Keycon, right, Cole? Are people coming here to Keycon? Keycon in June? Come out to Keycon. For the Washington D.C. Keycon. Geekhack.org. Bye. I'll be there. Yeah, see? That's good. Cole, you should come to Keycon. Okay? Alright. Let's go throw a raid over to Patricia. Once again, big thank you to my community friend who let me build this wonderful board. It would be lovely to one day have such a cool collectible piece, but still a little bit too expensive. Alright, folks. I think I will be streaming a little bit more now towards this weekend. So tomorrow I have a build for the Sebas from Nuxrose KB from Vietnam. They are running like an R2 basically of their Sebas board. It's a polycarbonate machine board, 60%. And then I should be building that tomorrow afternoon. And then on Sunday, perhaps I might have a different build, but I'll let you guys know. I think that might be the ESU 67 prototype that I got from the Click.io collaborators. That one I think I pulled for in my server. But yeah, check out my socials, exclamation socials, join the Discord, and yeah. Take care, guys. Take it easy. Bye-bye.